Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Wilson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Jackson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Cousins. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Crunch. Protein spill.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final Final play of the half. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. On third down, it's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. They run again on first down. Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second and 9, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it second and 9. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense.
Cook stripped. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Black. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16 to 7. a dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, no, lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The role with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Charlie! Mike 54! Mike 54!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down. To
To throw, Cousins. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
It seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. And on fourth down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. To try again after the sack. Wilson.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, alert.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Cook has it left side. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. Cousins here to throw. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here we go.
Cousins to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.